Hey guys, my name is Beans. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about how to connect with spirit, how to be just a little bit more spiritual. And that process is going to be a little bit different for everyone. I'm going to be honest. Everyone has their own special way of connecting with spirit, so I'm just going to name a few of the different things that you can do to start connecting with spirit. One of the very first things is start with meditation. Start with, like, number one, feeling your own energy. Okay, learning how your energy feels, what it normally is, feeling the energy around you, calling in your ancestors or any deities that you work with, or your spirit guides, and trying to feel the different energies that you feel. That's always good. And I get it, sometimes just sitting down there with your eyes closed is really hard to do. You know, not everyone can do that type of meditation, and that is why there are multiple different types of meditations that I would recommend you look into. You know, there's the standard sitting down type of meditation, there's the mantra meditation where you're sitting there and you're just repeating a particular phrase. There is active meditation, which is one of my favorite meditations, honestly, because you can do this while doing almost anything. You can do it while running, yoga, shuffling cards, washing dishes, anything that doesn't require you to use any excessive amounts of brain power, and it's usually like a repetitive motion that you've done before. You can meditate while doing that, and it's just a matter of being mindful. You know, how does your body feel? How do your fingers feel? Like, what's your body feeling right now in this moment? You know, and then there's the mindful meditation, which is almost like active meditation, except you can do anything as long as you're just being mindful in that moment. You know, just paying attention to your body, how it feels, what's going on, you know, feeling your fingers, feeling your toes, those types of things. So it doesn't have to be that, you know, there are different types of meditations. And you don't have to meditate for like 30 minutes or an hour. You know, your very first meditation, it could be 5 minutes. You know, sometimes my meditations only last 7 minutes, and that's because I get too antsy, you know, and I'm like, okay, gotta go. So the most common form of meditation that I do is actually active meditation, when I'm going on a walk or a run or something of that nature, you know. And then I would do like sit down meditations once every month or something, but you don't have to try and force yourself, and you also don't need to meditate every day. Now, is it beneficial if you meditate every day? Absolutely, 100%. But don't try and force these expectations on yourself. Whenever you're available, whenever you have the time to meditate, take that, you know. And it's also a matter of connecting with your spirit guides and ancestors. One of the best way to start connecting with your spirit guides and ancestors is just to start having a conversation with them, you know. And it doesn't have to be much. You could just thank them, honestly. Just be like, hey, I want to thank my spirit guides who are here to protect me, who are here to guide me, who are here to bring me love and light. Those types of things, you know, and they'll hear that. And once they hear that, once they see that you're reaching out, they're going to be a lot more receptive, you know, and you're going to start to feel an energetic shift. So just by opening that doorway, just by opening that communication, you've already done something. You could also start an altar, which is always nice, you know. And it doesn't have to be like a fancy thing. You don't have to be like, okay, let me go buy me a new desk or buy me a new table. Whatever space you have available is perfectly good. You could use a tiny space on your desk. You can use a tiny space on your dresser, on a bookshelf. Just whatever space you want to dedicate is perfectly fine, you know. And you don't have to go out and buy super expensive tools. You can get a tea light candle, you know, a tiny tea light candle, a cup of water, you know, something that you find from outside. It's normal for you to have something that represents the 4 elements on your altar, which is why I say that. And a lot of people use incense to represent the air element. You don't have to, but you could, because it's a nice little shebang there. And then if you want to, you could get a picture of whomever this altar is dedicated to. You can have an altar for anything, by the way. You can have an altar dedicated to yourself, to your higher self, to your past self, to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, for literally anything, to a particular deity that you may be worshiping. But it's always nice to have a picture there, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to go buy this super expensive portrait. You know, it could be like I took a picture on my phone and I printed it out, you know, and there it is right there. So it doesn't have to be the most elaborate and luxurious thing. The thing that matters the most is the thought and the dedication and the intent. Okay, that's always going to be something that the spirits are thinking about when you're doing what you do. And so those are just a couple of the simple ways that I can think of to try and connect with spirit to help you be a little bit more spiritual. But if you guys know some ways that you guys like to do, don't be afraid to share down below in the comment section. All right.